Let's keep it with some corporate news. And Vinay Dube is the CEO of Jet Airways. He spoke with Deepshika Ghosh ahead of the company results on his take on how the Indian aviation industry is shaping up. Listen in.
I would say, yes, first, thank you. We are 25 years old, extremely proud. In fact, we were thinking whether or not we are one of the oldest privately owned airlines in all of Asia, and that's one for you to actually find out where we stack up on that list. But Jet Airways changed the face of Indian aviation 25 years ago on the basis of hospitality. That's what we were known for. That's what's in our DNA. And my view is that's one thread that has remained relatively constant. The part that has changed over the last 25 years is that, of course, we started as a small airline, and now we've grown into one of India's largest airlines, and certainly the airline that takes Indians across the world. And so the size and shape of Jet has changed considerably, but I think the service DNA and the hospitality DNA remains over the past 25 years.
Right. In a market that's carved out primarily by budget airlines, Jet's been doing very well. And how would you say, given the past couple of years, how the company has fared, do you think it's up to your expectation? And is this the direction that Jet wants to go forward as well?
So I think that when you look at the development of aviation in India, there are multiple sectors that are growing. With the growth of GDP that India has, one of the fastest growing sectors is the business sector. With the development of GDP, one of the fastest growing sectors is the middle class and the disposable income that they have. And I think you have to only look across other segments, whether it's hotels and cars. You're starting to see a lot of segmentation in terms of the kind of cars and hotels that people actually like, and I think aviation is much the same. You mentioned budget airlines, but I think there is a definite place in India for a carrier like Jet that is differentiating itself on hospitality and customer service. So I'm extremely happy that we have firmly entrenched ourselves over the last couple of years. My predecessors created a single unified brand, a full service brand around hospitality, and I absolutely see that going forward for the next few years.
Mr. Suresh Prabhu mentioned that some of the focus areas for the aviation industry right now would be safety and production of airlines within India as well. So how do you see this impacting the aviation sector in India going forward, sir?
I think safety is not a recent focus. I think safety is something that has been a historical focus. It's been a focus for airlines. It's been a focus for the government and the regulators. And that's something that I think must be a focus. I've spent close to 3 decades in US aviation, and I would say it was a very similar focus over there. And I think that's necessary across for global aviation. And I don't think that's going to change.
What about production of airlines within India? How do you see the aviation sector being impacted by this going forward?
So production of airlines or aircraft?
Airplanes,
yes. So that's one question where, honestly, I don't lose a lot of sleep over.
Right.
Because we're in the business of flying planes, not manufacturing them. As an Indian American, I would be very happy and proud if these aircraft were manufactured here. Certainly, it would be great for the economy and job growth and development. But that's something that I don't control as an aviation leader. I will leave that to our minister to find a way to make that happen.
Mr. Prabhu is also looking to fast-track some airport developments across the country. Do we see any new hubs in terms of aviation forming across India because of that, sir?
It's tough to talk about where aviation hubs will form, because my view is aviation hubs form where demand forms. You tend not to have the hub leading the demand, but the demand will lead the hub. And in that respect, I think if you look at just how the Indian economy and population centers and business centers grow, I think they're going to grow beyond the 5 metros that you have. So yes, I think as those demands grow, so will the dispersion of aviation hubs and business hubs grow as well.